Hello and congratulations on joining our Moneyfish team. We want to make sure that your Moneyfish experience is as simple and as profitable as possible. So we're going to begin by making sure every one of our members has a clear understanding on how to sign people up through their Moneyfish websites. If you already understand how to do it, that's great. Save this information and make sure that anyone that you personally bring into the business has this information also. Now let's begin the process. This is our Moneyfish website. When our recruits come here, you can see that they can click on Home, Products, Q&A, Testimonials, Join Now, or Members. If someone ever gets to you and tells you that they had a problem getting to your site, they may sometimes have if you see in the upper right hand corner it says Live Search. Sometimes people put your website in their search engine, in which they'll get a bunch of different websites in return. You want to make sure people are putting your website into their address bar, which is usually the one at the very top of their website. You can see over here, this one just says mymoneyfish.com. Now, of course, you want to make sure that your recruits are always putting your username behind the moneyfish.com URL. The reasoning for that, if they do not, they will go to a random website that the company has in the business. The only time you ever put it in without your URL is if you're going to log on to your own back office, in which you'll just be putting that in and then going directly to click on Members. Now, before we click on the Join Now button right now, if you want to know how this particular website belongs to you, you can actually go down to the bottom of the web page. Here you can see at the very bottom in gray letters, your username is at the bottom of your web page. That's just a little FYI in case you wanted to check before you click on the Join Now button. But all of our usernames, you can see this one says Sample, is located at the bottom of all of our web pages. Now let's go back to the top. Now, before we click the Join Now button again, I wanted to point something else out for you. If you see in the upper left hand corner, it says yourchoiceyourtime.com. Now, this is an option if you want to do this. You don't have to do this, of course, but if you choose not to want to give out the mymoneyfish.com/you/your username, you can actually go and buy a domain name from services like GoDaddy.com, from Yahoo. And after you purchase a domain name for as little as $1.99 for the year, you can actually have your domain name forwarded to your MyMoneyfish website. See, so when people go to my website, I send them to yourchoiceyourtime.com, and so there's no confusion on getting to my websites. Now let's click on the Join Now button. This is the next page, the first page in the join process. The first thing you want to do when you're signing people up, especially when they're not sitting in front of you, you want to make sure that your name is listed where it says sponsor. Ask them right off, your name, do they see your username where it says sponsor? And that they're going to have to think of their own username. And when they think of that username, they have to tell them to look at that example. This is optional also, but they need to understand that when they're doing their username, it's going to be at the end of their URL. So that people don't make up usernames like mymoneyfish.com/you/make-money-with-me-today. You know, some long. You don't want it too long because you are going to have to give out this website to other people. Now, the rest of this page, pretty much self-explanatory. Your username, which we just discussed, and the username is the only thing that cannot be changed. And then you put in your passwords, first name, last name, contact email, security code. Security code is located right to the right. All they need to do is put that exactly how they see it into the field right here, and then click register at the bottom. That'll take them immediately to the login, and they can log in using a username and password that they just created. It'll take them to this page, letting them know that they haven't paid yet. So far, so good. At the bottom of this page, you can see the Alert Pay button is placed right in the middle. Now, you do not have to have an Alert Pay account to use it for this is a one-time payment. You can see it says it right here. You do not need to have an Alert Pay account to use it. Everybody should be able to understand it, and I would suggest personally that they don't set up an Alert Pay account right now, because you just want them to be able to sign on as simple as possible and not add any other processes in between that. So we're just going to click on the Alert Pay button here in the middle of the screen. This is the Alert Pay website. Now, we just said you don't need an Alert Pay account in order to sign up with Moneyfish, and I would suggest that you don't try to set one up now just to keep things moving fast for your recruits. So you do not have to fill out this member login section. The right side of the screen does not even matter. Don't even touch it. You do, however, have to fill out the left side of the screen. Sometimes it'll take you to a screen that says click here to pay with a credit card. It'll be right here in the same location. Now you do have to fill out all the information here on the left side. Now this is for your one-time payment. This is not connected to Moneyfish and their information they have. So you can use whatever information you need to make the payment here, including a different name and a different email. They do not share the information with Moneyfish. Like I said, this is a one-time payment. So you fill out this information on the left-hand side, and then you click continue at the bottom of the screen. This is just a screen that's going to verify all the information you put in so far. You go to the bottom of the screen. Here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see in the upper left-hand corner, it says no shipping address is required. That radio button should be checked because there's nothing that's to be mailed to your house. So all you have to do is verify everything is okay, and then click the pay button here in the corner. You can also see that this site is a secure site. Now after you click the pay button, we're not going to do that now because of course we're not paying for this sample account, but it'll take you to a payment confirmation screen. Say payment successful, or if you've made any kind of mistakes, it'll tell you the mistake that you've made. They will email you a receipt to your regular email account, and they will also email you something that says validate your email address. That's not necessary. You can if you want, but that's if you want to set up an Alert Pay account. Again, you do not have to validate your email address. Once you get that, it's your option. After all of this is complete, it will send you to your back office. Here's a look at your back office. You can see the links have changed going across. My account, withdraw, FAQ, products, tools, and logout. One of the first things you want to do is go through the FAQ. It's different now. It'll answer a lot of the questions that you may have and questions that people will ask you. Now, one of the first things you want to do when you're in the system now is sign yourself up under another account on your first level. That's how you maximize the pay plan. Hopefully you've gotten a chance to look over the other video named Maximizing the Moneyfish Pay Plan. But this back office is pretty much self-explanatory. You can go through it at your leisure. If you don't have any kind of questions with it, you can definitely get in touch with somebody on your team. And that's about it. Welcome to the team. This is valuable information, so you want to save it in your records and make it available for anybody that you bring onto the business. If you have any kind of additional questions or concerns about what you saw, feel free to get in touch with the person that gave you this presentation, or anybody else that's on your team. That's it for now. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you at the top.